Hey friends, let me show you how I got Rita Ora, one of the top A-list celebrities, to be my client and how I acquire additional $500,000 in revenue with one single email. And yes, it's a special email. Later in the video, I'll show you exactly what was the content of the email that triggered her managers to respond, but for now, let me show you what's cold outreach and why I think that we do it better and more detailed than anyone else. Cold outreach means that there was no previous contact between you and the client you are contacting. Basically, you are reaching out to a company that knows nothing about you and is not even sure they need your services. And I'll show you how we do this in my agency. I own a successful agency ranked #1 on the world's largest freelancing platform, Freelancer.com. We work with over 100 clients worldwide, including Airbus, Sky News, L'Oreal, Vodafone, and Rita Ora. In this video, I'll show you a step-by-step process on how she became my client and how you can replicate that. Cold outreach includes cold emails, phone calls, social media interactions, and direct B2B emails. I'll focus on cold emails because that is what we do here, and in my opinion, it's the easiest way to find new clients. Just imagine you're hiring 20 to 30 people for cold phone calls. It can be done, but it's too complicated, right? Try sending DMs to companies on Instagram. Yeah, right. It's too much hassle because agencies run their profiles and it isn't easy to get hired. On the other hand, sending individual emails like "Dear Sir or Madam, will boost your efficiency, blah blah," is a complete waste of time and you don't have any time to waste. Instead of that, focus on the approach I'm about to show you. I'm not talking about sales emails sent from personal Gmail accounts, as these will be treated as spam and ignored by your potential clients. I'm talking about the next level. Cold emailing is by far the fastest and cheapest way to contact customers and make your sales. With cold emails, we are reaching out to specific individuals in companies, people with the actual power to make decisions. We are reaching out to managers and not just regular employees. And these are not random emails or phone spam campaigns. This is a targeted outreach with one goal: make them notice you and thus hire you. That is why we are reaching out to a manager about improving something in their company. That something is specific to every company. Do your own research on that, highlight problems, and offer solutions. If you're unsure how to proceed, start with the obvious. It can be improving something about their presence, and whatever you decide about your approach, keep in mind to make it as personal and as specific as possible. By personal, I mean lose the "Dear Sir" and "Madam" in your opening and go with "Hi Alex, hi Jane, hi Matt." That will for sure help you with the opening rate because clients can see the first couple of sentences of your email, both on their phones or any sort of mini devices. For this to work, you will need a couple of tools. Don't just send a dozen emails to every random client. The first thing you need to do is warm up your emails. Do that so the recipient server will recognize your email as constant and frequent, and because of that, it will not flag them as spam. Many sales tools like Apollo.io and Snob that we'll discuss soon already include this feature. However, if you need dedicated tools, consider options like MailReach. Next is the lead generation tool. As I said, you need to contact specific people, and this tool will help you acquire the email addresses of decision makers in targeted companies. You can purchase lists with those contacts or use platforms like LinkedIn Sales Navigator or even better, Apollo. But there is an issue that sometimes happens even with the best tools out there. Their contacts expire, they aren't correct all the time, and all of this could lead to bounce emails, and this isn't good for you. For that, use contact validation tools like Zero Bounce or Never Bounce to filter out bad emails that can affect your deliverability by increasing bounce rates or spam markers. This is super easy to do. Once you have the list, you download it as a CSV file from Apollo, upload to Zero Bounce, and once it's filtered, you do the same thing back. Download from Zero Bounce and upload back to Apollo. Now, an essential tool for your cold email campaign is some kind of mass email delivery software. As I said, you can send 200 emails from your Gmail, it's just not designed for that. And don't forget about the spam flag. So, for bulk emailing, consider platforms like Postmark, SendGrid, or Mailgun. You will be fine with whatever you choose in this case. And now the big boys. Our sales automation tool is our central hub. This software helps us to prepare our emails and order of those emails, compile lists, draft email content, test subject lines, conduct any sort of A/B testing, and gather data. There are lots of tools that can do this, but my team and I often prefer Apollo. And at the moment of shooting this video, none of these tools are sponsoring me, so I'm purely recommending it because I like it and they're simply great. I know that it seems like a lot to do, but if you're a freelancer, then you need these tools because they will help you spend less time doing outreach and more time earning money. If you run an agency, then this is a no-brainer. You need to have a valid sales funnel. Start your outreach in a local area, your city or country. Understanding the appropriate company size is essential. If you are just starting and you plan to offer your services to giants like Amazon or Google, you are in for a bad ride. Begin with small to medium-sized businesses where you can add real value. In smaller companies, you might approach the CEO or founder directly, which will help you put your foot through the door easier. In the case of larger companies, identify someone with decision-making authority, especially in marketing. If you're from developing countries, target nations with a higher GDP per capita. This way, you can charge more for your services while remaining affordable for the client. However, always check for data privacy and spam legislation for the chosen country. Failing to comply can result in really large fines. Be careful about regulations like the GDPR or the Can Spam Act that might prevent you from doing cold outreach. Research is very important here. Once you have a list of contacts fitting your criteria, such as company size, location, and role, create a sequence. The sequence is the order of emails we are sending out, how many follow-ups, how often, and so on, and it will determine the outreach flow. I typically send a minimum of 3 emails. If I notice engagement like multiple emails and clicks, but no response, I often transition those contacts to cold calling or LinkedIn outreach. Make your message as personalized and as organic as possible. If you're, for example, doing SEO, start with a subject line. Paul, why isn't your company on the first page of Google? The email body should be concise. My name is Matt and I assist companies in the beauty industry in achieving a first page ranking on Google. Then it's a matter of convincing the client about your expertise in a short paragraph by providing some examples. At the end of your email, put in a clear call to action such as let's schedule a meeting and link to your calendar. This more personal approach increases the chances of securing a meeting. You need to be smart, so try to use dynamic variables and snippets in tools such as Apollo, which will change the copy based on the day of the week when the email was sent. So if the email was sent out on Monday, it will say, if you're up for the call, my calendar is a bit jammed until Wednesday, so Thursday and Friday would work perfect for me. But if the email was sent out on Thursday, it will say, I know that the week is coming to a close, so if you're up for a meeting, let's do it on Monday. To avoid triggering spam filters, use an email spam words checker to see if you have too many words that might be considered spam, such as free or price, and also try to minimize the number of links and images used. Always incorporate your professional signature and an unsubscribe button at the end of the email, because if you don't do so, you're setting yourself up for a really large fine. This will be a 90% automated process, but at the end of the day, you will need to check your emails and your sequences. Plus, ensure you are actively responding to incoming emails to maintain engagement and book those meetings. To reward people that stick with me until the end, here is the exact copy that I sent to Rita and that got one of her managers to reach out. Hello Mark, your influencer roster could use a digital refresh. So as you can see, it's personal and then the about us. I'm Matt from a digital development and design agency from Croatia called Brightdog. There are 3 things that we do best: custom websites, UX UI, and software-on-demand development, all while improving our clients' businesses in the process. As we adore innovation, we managed to gather in our team's portfolio many large and complex projects for industry giants such as Airbus, Sky News, Freelancer, L'Oreal, and Vodafone. In 2022, we received quite a few awards and recognitions for our work from different experts in our field, like Clutch, Freelancer, Good Firms, but the latest one was the cherry on top of our entire year. Deloitte announced us as the fastest growing tech firm in Central Europe, the number 4 among all tech companies in the same area, and the best one in Croatia in the category Growth Stars. This achievement made it possible for us to further expand our team of digital experts who will take our and our clients' business to the next level. And of course, we don't want to come off as overly expensive, so I said, our portfolio includes projects of all sizes, so don't let these big names scare you off. We cater to companies of any size with any type of budget. Lastly, a call to action. If this piques your interest, why not take a quick introductory meeting to discuss a potential collaboration with our sales team? You can book an online meeting on our calendar, or you can let me know which date works best for you and I'll set it up. The next thing is a link to our portfolio. Feel free to check some of our portfolio's projects at www.brightdog.com. Wishing you the best possible start to 2023. Best regards, Matt and the Brightdog team. Cold emailing is a numbers game. Not everyone will respond, and that's okay. Personalization and providing genuine value are key components of successful cold outreach campaigns. In my email to Rita, you'll see that I didn't do that, but right now our portfolio speaks volumes, so if you don't have one, try to provide value. Let me know in the comments if you want me to go even more in depth on composing cold emails and how these tools work.